Today we reveal all secret power levels of the characters in Poppy Playtime 5! But oh wait, did we just discover brand new versions of these characters that we've never seen before? In today's video, we discover brand new versions of the prototype, Lily, Lovebraid's Chum Chunkins, and even Giblet too. And we also discover brand new Grab Pack Hands with brand new versions of Playa, trying them on too. Just how evil are these new characters from Poppy Playtime 5, and what happens when they reach max percentage of evil? Family, today we reveal all secret power levels of characters from Poppy Playtime 5. Smash like if you don't want to up your percentage of evil inside of your body too. In today's video, apparently that's what we're going to do. These characters are only getting more evil as time in this video goes on. Smash like on today's video to make sure these characters don't get too powerful. Alright family, starting off with none other than the prototype himself. If you thought he was evil when all we saw was his one robotic hand, well, just get ready, because at that point he was only in 10% max evilness. Yep, he was only in 10% max power. But now look family, wait! Now the prototype is at 20% max power, because he's growing even more cray. Here he is at 30% max power, and what the chicken nugget is this? 30% max power on the prototype? Why does he look like that? He looks like he's popping out of a musical toy box, but definitely not the kind of music I want to hear. 50% max power of the prototype. He's looking like a spider that I want out of my life. And this is when he gets dangerous because he grows all of those legs where he can run around super fast. We don't want to forget about Poppy Playtime 5 when he's giant like that. Because family, next up we have the prototype and his even bigger max power, which is 60%. Now this is the version that we saw in Poppy Playtime 5. And I wish I didn't have to say this, but in today's video, it's only getting worse. 80% power, the prototype is this. Now some could say that the end of Poppy Playtime 5, he was actually still growing from all of the evil toxic sludge that he was playing with in that chapter. And we know that because look at Poppy's face. It's all displaced. 90% power, the prototype has gained some giant robotic arms. It's almost like he got rid of all the toy features that he had on him and got something even more powerful. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see 100% max power. This is going to be way too strong. Wait a second, there's the prototype. And he's giant. Wow! 100% max power prototype has gone completely insane. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to look at him. I can't do it. I cannot do it. But family, I have a surprise for you. Because I bet you thought in today's video we would stop at 100%. But no, family. Unfortunately, we are going 110% max power. The prototype has gained multiple heads. He even grew more bigger arms, bigger legs too. And the disrespect that he's holding on to a teddy bear on his right leg too. No, thank you, Mr. 100% evil dude. You don't get to have anything cute like a cute little plushie because you are evil and psycho. A cute plushie like that deserves to be with somebody nicer. Since the prototype only got so much stronger since Poppy Playtime 5, nobody really knows if you meet the prototype if anyone will ever survive. At least up until this point, they kind of did. 120% prototype. It looks like he's turned into an alien. Moving on to the power levels of, no, not Lily Lovebraids. Okay, 10% is fine. 20% is normal. This is the versions we recognize of her. Long purple hair, braids, a weird, uncomfortable smile on her face. But now look at this family. When we get to 30% max power from Lily Lovebraid's things are about to get a little bit different. Look, do you see the twitch in her eye? Something is not normal in that face, and we're only gonna keep noticing all of the extra craziness that she is about to gain. Ah, great! 40% power. Lily Lovebraids has lost her legs and both of her arms. And 50% Lily Lovebraids has gone completely crazy with anger. Her braids don't even look the same. Now we got 60% power and, oh, yeah. Our girl has turned into a radiating, angry weapon. But look what happens at 70% max power. It's almost like she reverted from being so angry to being cutesy instead. Now that is one of the cardboard cutouts that we saw of her in chapter 5. But look at 80% max power. She's looking even more alive. 90% max power. Lily looks like a giant crystal ball. And some even speculate that she even lost all of her hair too. 90% max power. She's looking a little feline, almost like a cat. And then we have 90% max power Lily Lovebraids. And why are your eyes glowing like that? Okay, I need to see 100% max power Lily Lovebraids. What? She looks definitely not like herself. 110% Lily Lovebraids defeated the player himself? Of course, Lily Lovebraids is buddy-buddy with the prototype only to scam him and throw him in a dark hole. 140% max power Lily Lovebraids. Okay, she's gotten nicer clothes, but still super evil, you know? And the 150% max power Lily Lovebraids is so powerful that she might have all of the magic powers in the entire world. We're still going, family. 160% power. Lily Lovebraids, now 170% power. Looks like a bat. But seriously, why are her braids sticking up like horns like that? 160% power. She stole Poppy herself. 170% power. She now has magic and fire on her side. And maybe even the player too? It looks like Lily Lovebraids and player have teamed up to beat the prototype once and for all. Family, yes, Lily Lovebraids has become more powerful beyond the years, but sometimes, maybe sometimes, that evilness can be used for good. Next up, we have the different levels of power of the Grab Pack hands from Poppy Playtime. Okay, first up we got the blue Grab Pack hand. We all remember that one from the very first Poppy Playtime that ever got released. This was so iconic because it was the very first time we ever got introduced to Grab Packs and just exactly what they can do. So Grab Packs is something that the player puts on his back and you put them on basically like a backpack. And then it has these two hands attached, one on each side, and depending on the color of the Grab Pack, that determines what you can do with it. Blue Grab Pack hand is 10% power, red Grab Pack hand is 20. Green Grab Pack hand got introduced to us in Poppy Playtime 2. Whoa! And we all remember all the crazy things that one can do. Purple Grab Pack hand is 40% max power, and this was introduced to us in chapter 3. Then we got 50% Grab Pack max power, and this is the one that can actually shoot out fire from its fingertips. 60% Grab Pack hand was a red one, but with extra bells and whistles on it. It was like a reinvented version of the red one. Then we got 70%, which is the gray Grab Pack hand, which has not been seen in any Poppy Playtime chapter yet, but it is crazy. There's a meter on it that shows how much power it's using at once, and also how hot it gets. 80% max power Grab Pack is this yellow one you see right here, and this was introduced in Poppy Playtime chapter 5. Whoa! It's an upgraded version of the green Grab Pack hand that transfers electricity and also has a heating and cooling function. 90% max power in Grab Packs. Look at this one. It looks like something a robot would actually use as a real hand. But then 100% Grab Pack hand is this black colored one. And the possibilities of things that you can do with this one are endless. Some say this grab pack hand even has force field powers that can cause things to move without even needing to touch it. 110% grab pack hand is this purple glowing one that looks like it's ready for a party and also to oof someone at the same time. Then we got 120% grab pack hand that looks like brawn and gives you super strength just like that giant dinosaur. 130% max power is the musical grab pack hand that can control anyone with just sound. 140% grab pack hand, 150% grab pack hand, and then we even have the evil 160% grab pack hand. Now, I know what you're thinking. What would happen if these grab pack hands get in the wrong hands? Look at this 170% grab pack hand. It has different colors of all of the different toys all over the fingers because it has held way too many things that should not have had access to it. Like the doctor, Harley Sawyer. But where it really belongs is only with the player. And definitely not with the prototype. Now, family, I showed you all of those grab pack hands, but what would happen if you saw them on the player himself? 10% power, no grab pack. 20% power, he gets his very first one. Huggy even says hello. 30% power, the player has a brand new grab pack with brand new hands. 40%. Look at those. He has the purple hand and the orange one. 50%. Oh, those are looking fancy. These grab pack hands are getting way more complicated. They have many tinier parts inside that can create so many different things that the player can do with them to fight all of the evil bad guys. Now, family, look at this. This is the first time that you'll see player with more than 2 grab pack hands on the grab pack itself, and this is only at 70% max power. 80% max power. Player has 4 grab packs now. 90%. What the? Not only does he have grab pack as hands, but the player has grab pack feet. We have never seen this before in Poppy Playtime. And look at all of these different grab packs going in all these different directions. 110% grab pack. Now the player not only has grab pack, but he has wings. Whoa! 120% grab pack max power. The player lost his face and also his hands. Now we have a brand new player at 130% max power. He is now purple with 2 gray hands. 150% power. He's growing wings and horns too. Wait a second. That makes me wonder, is this brand new version of player even good or is he bad? Look at all of these grab pack hands. Look at his feet that have turned into flames. If anyone's gonna fight the doctor, I guess it should be him. 170% max power. These grab packs are getting out of hand. 180% power. What even is this? Oh my gosh. He's going up against somebody just as powerful as him. 190% max power. Player, it's too late. And now 200% max power. The player finally knows his fate. And then with 210% max power, there is too many grab packs all over the place. I have no idea what's gonna happen. But wait, look what happens. Suddenly, instead of getting larger, the grab pack has gotten smaller, more condensed, and more powerful in a smaller structure. So now this one tiny grab pack hand is so powerful, it can go up against the prototype and maybe even win. Yeah! Next up, we have all power levels of Chum Chumpkins. And we know at 10%, he's super cute, so loving, so fluffy, and even at 20% max power too. Then we have Chum Chumpkins at 30% max power, and this is when the cracks start to show. He has a giant stomach that can open up and close and eat basically whatever he wants. 40% max power, and what the? Chum Chumpkins is getting strong. He has abs and giant arms. 50% max power. Even his tummy is getting wide. 60% max power. I think he's getting more confident too, because then look at this, 70% max power. He's growing additional arms, and now instead of only having 2, he has 4. 80% max power. Somehow he's still getting stronger. 90% max power. Okay, this is getting a little scary. He's looking like the Hulk. Oh no. And now at 100% max power, he's kind of looking a bit more like himself, but much scarier. Now, family, we're hoping that the stronger Chum Chomkins gets, he still stays a good guy, because look at him right here at 130% max power. He has turned into one giant fluffy ball. 140% max power. He was done with being round and said, I want to be toned instead. And now I think he's officially ready to go on and fight the prototype. Our next character gaining power is Giblet, and here he is at 10%. He's looking super cute, super happy. And here he is at 20% max power, and he's looking even more fluffy. Whoa! Giblet is actually not on the prototype side, even though that might be slightly what it looks like. He is actually a good guy. Then we have Giblet at 30% max power, and this is the version of him that we see in chapter 5. Look, he even checks up on us, asking us if we're all right, and he's definitely trying to help Poppy out in the weird, twisted ways that he tries. 40% max power Giblet. Uh-oh, this is where, he gets more powerful, but he also looks kind of sus. 50% max power, Giblet does not even look like Giblet anymore. And 60% max power, he somehow found a magical wand that he's going to use to fight the prototype. 70% max power, he turned that magical stick into a crown. He's still growing more arms. Wow, and look at him with all the power all around. That is a brand new blue kind of magic that the Giblet is going to use to his advantage. And now here we see him at 90% power. He's looking like an angel. Okay, this must be a sign that Giblet is still good, even though he got so much more power than he's had before. And if we use all of that power for good, then Giblet, I think you can go fight the battle all on your own. Just trust me, I'm good at staying out of the fight for the rest of my life. Family, if you like today's video, smash like and smash subscribe. Click any video right here for the next Anything Alexia episode. Me and all the 99 characters love you so much, and we'll see you all in tomorrow's video.